The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek.
Welcome to Camp Wonderment and the Wonderment Corporation, what we like to call healing the future. Camp Wonderment takes state-of-the-art experiences often saved for vacation destinations like Disney World or Six Flags and combines that with evidence-based, proven therapeutic methods such as behavioral therapy, narrative therapy, and others. In other words, we're creating the world's first therapeutic theme park and camps. With the proper alignment of therapy and heightened emotional states that children find when they're in these kind of environments, these children can begin to regain a sense of wonder, of hope, felt safety, and can begin to develop properly again, thereby limiting and in some cases removing the long-term effects that otherwise would have plagued their lives and our society. And how do we do this? With understanding that we all live by internal narratives that guide our thoughts and our decisions. And this narrative is largely based on how we view ourselves. Narratives are like film scripts. Once you've accepted the script, we play the part, often forgetting that we can change the characters and even rewrite the script. Camp Wonderment walks children through a literal, physical, emotional, and mental hero's journey to do just that. Replace the victim script given to them by their trauma with a hero script. From background actors in someone else's film to the director and the hero of their own, along with therapists, child psychologists, social workers, as well as engineers, animators, sculptors, trauma-informed actors, and so many more professionals, we build these state-of-the-art outdoor and indoor events that parallel all of the significant stages of Joseph Campbell's seminal work, The Hero's Journey. Whether you realize it or not, your mind is programmed from birth with archetypes and symbols that register on a much deeper subconscious level. And we have found that through the proper events and storytelling, we can access these archetypes in many children's minds through engaging their imaginations. While they are in a state of play and fantasy, they work through and overcome therapeutic moments, addressing the internal narrative introduced by their earlier trauma. And what are the results? Our earliest camps immediately showed increased confidence and improvement in social engagement and in schoolwork and participation in the family at home. In other words, it helped the children to reset and get going again. Here's what Dr. Lay had to say from Grady's Children's Hospital in San Diego.
When this opportunity came up to collaborate with you, Camp Wonderment, I thought not only are you doing that, but you're also bringing in the psychological component, the mental support, psychological support to help these kids. Some of these kids here today, I saw them not so long ago at Rady Children's, and they do have some concerns with self-image or their, self-esteem might be a little bit low, and seeing them today, it's been a huge transformation. It was a phenomenal experience. The families loved it, the kids loved it. I had one family come up to me and say, I have never seen my child be so free. This was a child that was missing 4 limbs. And the child was flying on the trampoline, hanging from his abdomen off the trapeze, and his mom came up to me in tears. And she said, this is the first time I've seen him love something so much.
And here was what one mother shared with us after her child attended Camp Wonderment.
I couldn't believe that my son was capable of doing so many things. They have shown him that he's capable of doing so much. He was so happy and excited to be part of it. They made everything possible for him. I appreciate the work you've created for children like my son, and I hope you continue to put a smile on more children like Ayub. I hope you continue this project and create camps for special children. Thank you.
It's our desire to take this approach across the world, and we're doing that primarily in 3 strategic ways. First and foremost, our camps. With an intense desire to reach as many children as possible, we decided to not build one camp destination, but rather build a mobile traveling theater company that travels and partners with existing camps across the United States. Secondly, our school programs. where our wizards go into the schools and help teach the same material, but in a shorter span of time to a broader audience. While children who have experienced trauma will significantly benefit from these school visits, all children will benefit, and so will the teachers, by understanding trauma and how we process it and what to do when it happens. We're converting school buses into interactive alchemy labs so classrooms can come through and do experiments based on our school program. This program also includes year-round after-school programs for existing daycare and after-school facilities. And lastly, we have our shows for children, a YouTube channel that takes the material that we have tested and proven from the camp and from the schools and puts it into easily digestible and shareable videos and media for as many children and as many languages to learn from as possible. Today, there are many things that can divide us, but one thing we can all agree on is the health and safety of our children. You may not be a therapist, you may not be a teacher, you may not be a social worker, but with the model of Camp Wonderment, people like you and I can make a direct impact on these children's lives today and stop a future full of pain and dysfunction. Please consider partnering with us in the great mission so we can heal the future together.